Okay, now let's go to Premiere, and we are going to create a new project. So 290 final project, and mine is some dogs playing in the park. So I'll do that, put it on your partition under Premiere Projects, but before you hit OK, an extra step. Go to your ingest settings, and this is maybe something you haven't done before. You're going to check this box. So normally if that box is not checked, then Premiere is just referencing the files. But if you click this, then it's going to create new files. And what we want to do here in this situation is create proxies. Okay. Now, what settings should you select? I put together a little cheat sheet for you. So the first thing is aspect ratio. If you shot in true 4K, which you should have, then you have a 1.9 aspect ratio, and so you want your proxies to be 1024 by 540. If you shot in UHD or in HD, then you have a 1.78 aspect ratio, and you should go with 1280 by 720. So the first thing when you get to this list is to pick something that has the right aspect ratio for your footage. So I'm assuming you shot in true 4K, so we'll pick this, and I tend to use Apple ProRes codecs all the time, and the proxy one that says proxy is their proxy flavor, so we'll choose that, and we'll click OK, and we have our project. And now I can import my media freshly copied from using Catalyst Browse. For you, of course, it'll be on your partition. And so I'm going to import that card folder, and it's going to tell me all these different things were not able to come in. That's fine, because there's all kinds of other files in there besides MXF, so that's fine. I'll just click OK, and all the MXF files will have come in. Now, what happened here that you can't see because I've got two screens is that Media Encoder is popping up at the same time. So this opened on its own, and it's creating this workflow to make proxies of all of the things that we just imported. So here's Premiere, and these files are already in. The full res source files are already in here, but the proxy files are being created. And if you click on this metadata display, if you click here on your right click here where all these titles of the columns are, click on metadata display, you can search for proxy and check the box that just says proxy, and now you should have in here, oh yes, proxy. And you'll see, I'm going to move this over so it's closer to the front. You'll see that one says attached, and the rest are offline. So if we switch over to encoder, yep, we've got two of these jobs that are done. And we've got the rest of them that are coming. So these two check marks here, and the third one is being worked on, and as those finish over here, then they show up. If I make a sequence with one of these clips, and encoder is working hard in the background, so it's going to lag a little bit. I should see this come up here, and the fact that this is being slow is precisely why we use proxies in the first place. Alright, so if I play this, it's probably going to be super laggy. Yep. It's really struggling, and part of that is because encoder is working in the background. Okay, what I want to do is click this little plus button editor down here, and I should have something that says toggle proxies. Where is it? Is this it? Toggle proxies. Yep. So I just want to drag this from this menu into the source monitor, the program monitor down there. Okay. And now I'm going to click that, and now it will use the proxy to play instead of the source. And so now this is going to play smoothly. Okay, so that is the idea here. Now I will say that if you have already started your project and you didn't change your ingest settings before you started, then two things. One, you can change your ingest settings by going to project settings, ingest settings. So if you've already created your project but haven't yet imported anything, you can go here and change your ingest settings before you import something. If you've already imported something and haven't made proxies as part of the import process, you can always click on your clips. Sorry, it's being slow. And you can create proxies. And then it's just going to give you some of the same options in terms of the the format and whatnot. Although it's funny that the options are a little bit different, the drop-down menu, so you have to change that to QuickTime if you want to get 422 or ProRes proxy. But H.264 proxy is fine as well. So that's how you can make your proxies after the fact. Okay, creating proxies through Premiere /Media Encoder for all of your footage.